Test. Okay, great. I guess you can hear me. Let's begin, shall we? Hello, everybody. My name is Pete, but today we're gonna be doing another stream on, well, Linux. We're gonna be doing Debian packaging, or more or less just updating Debian packages. So the Debian package definitions for stuff with Ubuntu MATE, specifically the testing. If you remember, a while back we did a stream on Daily Brew, a repository where we did some GitHub workflows, GitHub actions. If you remember this, now we're gonna do the other part, the packages, those that actually failed to build. So let's begin, shall we? Yikes. Having too much stuff open at the same time. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, everything is okay. Now, I've already prepared two of the packages, but before we can go and check it out, let's open up Launchpad and see why exactly they're crashing or not failing to build on the Launchpad. Let's see. At the end, we see that it is an error, of course. Now, if we go up, sooner or later we will hit an error of sorts. Sometimes reasons can hide quite a bit, but I think I know why this one fails to build. Or is this the one that I don't know why it doesn't build? Yeah, this might be the one that I don't understand why it doesn't build at all. And yes, this is it. So let's try another one. So second one I set up, what prepared was Kaja extensions. This one should be easy to build. Should be easy to fix. Okay, so this one doesn't build because there's some stuff missing. Well, it should be working, so why it isn't? Not sure. Now let's go back and let's figure out one that will be easy to solve. I think and grandpa should be something of an easy to solve. Maybe. But I think I already have solved for it. Somewhere. Let's see. I think this is a solve for it, so we'll be going to end grandpa here, cloning the main repository, the code repository. So git clone, actually one more, git clone. Okay, really me? Really? In the meantime, everybody who's here, don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. Now if you go to the grandpa folder, and here I'm going to clone a different thing. This. This is my own version of grandpa definition. Gonna move Debian to dot. Yeah, dot. There, say the dot. rm-rf and grandpa. Now we also need to see if there anything we need to run, like for example this. Of course, before that I probably should run git submodule init. That. Now to build, I'm gonna jump into history to use this. Oh yeah, I forgot to change this. And again. So you see this build, but this is not the part that I am having problems with. We will also be preparing to set up as built for on Ubuntu. So we're gonna be installing some packages first. This will be a lot. It may buffer a bit right now. If there are any disconnects, please let me know. Hey Joshua, apparently I had problems with my chat on the site, so yeah, you might have arrived before that and haven't seen your chat. And now that we have done that, we're gonna be uh, Craig. Craig, it was actually me who spammed HS into chat because I was testing something for one of the scenes, and I had the scene set up wrong, and I needed the multi-line chat to see how to set it up correctly. Now we're supposed to add our user to sbuild group. Now next part is we're gonna be going to our home directory and creating a file .sbuildrc. Okay, yes, it will. One of the new features of Visual Studio Code is trust the authors of these files. So it asks if you trust specific files and all that. So I trust it, so open. Now I'm gonna just copy this. I have a tutorial for setting up the, and now I have to replace some stuff like maintainer name with my name. And now this part I'm gonna hide because while my email is public, actually I could use another email that is absolutely public. 9@gmail.com. Yeah, uh, yeah. I don't watch much of other streams, so that might be the reason I don't know this. But it was mainly for testing. And yes, what I do see is that some people like to spam things. And Joshua, no, I am not man of culture. I'm the only man of culture here because I am using VS Code. Now, we also need to change the distribution. Currently, we're going to be using Hirsute, and gonna save this. Now we're gonna do SGS build, which SGS build. Yay! Now as build update dash keygen. Okay. My list of things to do is apparently wrong. As build update dash help. Uh, let's see. Okay, I guess that ain't a thing anymore. MK as build Hirsute. Dash distro. There's some things that are apparently different. Okay. Let's check if this guide is a bit better. Huh. Let's see if. Okay, so I might I might actually write the hirsute wrong. Yeah, I did. Hirsute. Okay, now it's retrieving the information. And Joshua, there is nothing more culture than using VS Code. While this is working, let's see if my chat window and is working. Yeah, I see what's the problem. Another problem, colors aren't there correctly. Yay! More bugs to fix. Today I was actually doing this really quickly because I forgot to reset everything up after I had to reset my machine quite, let's just say quite quickly and everything. I wasn't happy. So how are you guys doing? Well, I'm surprised I didn't get a dislike right now because it's Ubuntu stream. So those are sometimes automatically disliked. Ooh, Joshua, why are you teaching yourself Go? Maybe, maybe share up what, why? Those are always fun to hear why exactly are people learning languages, especially programming languages. Is there a special reason or just you wanna know it? Craig, why are you compiling Firefox and especially on a dual core? That's gonna take ages. It takes like hours on a quad core with 8 threads, much less a dual core. Ooh, Joshua, now that's a fun thing, making your own VM. Actually, if you don't know, I actually was teaching myself Python on a couple of weeks ago. I taught myself Python, aka all the time Yannick, the French guy from Switzerland, helped out. Hello, Yannick. We're actually preparing as-built environment to build packages inside right now. In a minute, I might need to run from the camera because I have to actually get something to drink, and I forgot to grab something. What the mistakes you make when you're like for you don't stream for like 2 weeks. Uh, Joshua, actually no. This is work for uh, stream for testing the latest changes that actually won't land in future branches for future releases, maybe for a release or two. It's actually compiling the or building the main branch of Mate Desktop, which is generally probably not something we will run, but it is something we want to test. Yeah, well, yeah, 5800X is a pretty good Ryzen. Actually, this is one of my main projects with Ubuntu Mate, and I'm probably doing it for quite many months now, and I still haven't done everything yet, and I'm not sure when I will. That's why I actually decided to do a stream about it, so I actually force myself to do it. Because sometimes I get a bit, let's say, forgetful. Why are you compiling Chromium fourth time today, Joshua? Install Ubuntu Mate and be done with it. Yeah, yeah, Yannick. I I do normally I do normally remember these things, but sometimes you forget, and when something isn't really a priority or it needs to be done later, you just keep saying, I'm gonna do it next time, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and so on and so on and so on. And this is what happens with that. So I guess streaming is a key. Joshua. Well, then uh, Pain of Gen 2 is for you. Yeah, kinda. Well, I'm also the guy who said I'm gonna do it later, I'm gonna do it later, and then I do it the last day possible. I actually remember during my school time when I was still at school, I actually wrote two essays with 10 pages or 10,000 characters, something like that. I know it was 10 something something something. Maybe it's 10,000 characters each. I wrote both of them both of them in the same day, last day before I had to send it. So I actually sent both of them like minutes before the deadline ended. You know, when the when the fire was really burning under my feet. That's when I did it. Now, Joshua, yes, I remember to update my system this week. This week, you know, I don't know if it was today, but it was this week. This is Ubuntu. Sometimes I don't remember to update, but this week I think I did update it. Had some updates to run, and that was it. I don't update much. I don't have to. Now I'm gonna jump off for a second. You guys keep watching the the oh so amazing retrieval and installation of the environment for S-Build, and I'm gonna be back in a 3 minute when I get myself bottle of water. Um, what kit bug? I might know of it, and I might have updated that. I don't know. I know there was a bug few days ago that was fixed, and I did an update or something like that. You know, the I don't really care style. Okay, I'm back. I see this hasn't yet finished, so it's gonna take quite a while, I believe. Probably should have done it before, but let's see what the bug was. Apparently, it you can break the dbus call and escalate to root user. Huh. Okay. Which basically tells me it's a local user issue, which so this is a single user machine. It will probably if someone can use this bug against me, then you know I'm all kinds of screwed. Okay, I don't have SSH open, especially not to internet. I have so yeah. First of all, this machine doesn't even run SSH, as in SSH server. All the others that can run it have it set up so you cannot actually even get to it because they have port 22 blocked on the outer end. Because I'm not an idiot. SSH should not be publicly accessible. Never. Should not be ever publicly accessible. No matter how many times you need to SSH into it. If SSH is publicly accessible, that's a security vulnerability on itself. Aries, yeah, I saw those leaks, but before Microsoft actually releases any kind of build officially, I'm not gonna do anything about it or even talk about the how everything looks. While the journalists, of course, will jump on it, but to me, until official release is out, first technical preview, there is no point in it. I don't use any actually if you ask me any kind of SSH that is public accessible is a security vulnerability on itself. If you're gonna have an SSH onto a server, have that server be the have that server be separate. If you need to be SSHable and you need to be accessible through from public with SSH, have it SSH well, with yeah certificates, all that. Have everything fail to ban, so on and so on and so on. Everything on it, and have that server be physically or at least logically limited from all other systems on the in the building network whatever if you want to have a public SSH. To most people I recommend run a VPN, uh, self-hosted VPN. That's the smartest way to do security when it comes to SSH and similar connections, unless you have a proper reason to use publicly accessible, to be publicly accessible. But for most people, SSH doesn't need to be publicly accessible. When I was at school, I SSH'd into my server probably every day, but I also ran a VPN. So I connected to a VPN, got into my own network, and then SSH'd into it. Specifically, I used, let's see what it's called. At the time, I used pre-tunnel VPN. So it's open source, open VPN based server. Now actually, at the time, now it actually does IPsec and WireGuard if you need to. How come? Set up something like pre-tunnel. It is a simple process. Like it's basically install on a server, set everything up. It it follows what you need to do. You just follow the instructions. Set up set up a client. So what you need to do is set up a uh, WireGuard thing, and that's it. Actually, I think WireGuard is easier to set up than OpenVPN. OpenVPN is always a pain, but pre-tunnel makes it quite nice to set up. I recommend pre-tunnel, so check out the website for the pre-tunnel. It at the bottom you should see the server installation. Uh, and it even has an Arch Linux client, but I don't think it has Gentoo client. Not sure. This is also option for pay. But there's also a free option which has a single cell a single server. So it means they don't have multiple access points, unlimited users, unlimited devices, but you can only have single pre-tunnel server. So no distributed stuff and all that. So you can have servers on Arch Linux, CentOS, Debian, Ubuntu, basically everything everything I look at here on the list, and it is logical to be except Arch. I don't know why they chose Arch. But the client you can get on Arch, CentOS, Debian, Fedora, Ubuntu, and probably if you really wanted also on Gentoo if you wanted to play around with it. Because the client is at the end of the day open source. You can build it from source as far as I see. Yep, it's open source, so you can build it from source. It's actually an Electron app, but they do have a GTK app, or they did have a GTK app at the time. Well, you could build it from source, or especially the client, or but the smart idea for especially for server, use either Debian or Ubuntu. That is the logical choice for a server anyway. It's extracting stuff. Now we're getting close. Of course, I'm gonna be uh, saying you should run Ubuntu on your server, but Debian works fine, and so do other distributions. But Ubuntu is the best, if you ask me. Yay, we have a reaction from our thing. Now we have to apparently enter our sudo password, or my sudo password. Now we'll do some installations. There you go. Lol, Joshua. Okay. Now we're done building Hirsute AMD 64. Well, if you are your team swirls, then use team swirls. Well, anyway, well, it has a Fedora installer and CentOS installer, and that should probably work on RHEL. Or for server, it has CentOS 18, so that should probably work on RHEL without a problem, if you ask me. I I generally run all servers on Ubuntu or Ubuntu base. Actually, only time I don't if I run Proxmox, which is Debian based. That is then Debian. Yeah, no reason it wouldn't run. So I thought, now let's see what I need to do next. After mk build, we do shrut. Yeah, shrut. sh root dash c. Um, here suit dash amd 64 dash u root. Dash c. Okay. Yeah, now directory that, and we're inside there now. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna exit this. We're gonna just open up another terminal inside VS Code. So amazing. This actually is a Electron app as well. The whole Visual Studio Code is an Electron app. And this is a terminal inside a browser, basically. You can actually do those as well. Now, let's go with, okay, as built dash d hirsute dash amd 64 delta, or whatever this is called, tilde and grandpa. Oh yeah, what the tilde and grandpa underscore 12411 dot dsc. Okay, let's run this command, I guess. Password, I might have, okay. Now I'm gonna do new group to just gain privileges out of the gate. Clear, and we're gonna run as built dash c hirsute amd 64 dash u dash c dash d and grandpa underscore 122 dot dsc, and build has started. It is gonna install what needs to be installed and update the root environment. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I actually have a whole environment or whole set of environments set up with actually not VS Code but some other program that is based on VS Code called Eclipse Thea. And I basically just I have an web app and I can do that, all that. What will boot? Uh, well, actually, on the point of Debian versus Ubuntu, I would say that for many tasks, Ubuntu is, let's say, far better to choose because Debian is generally pretty stripped down. It's just basics, while Ubuntu does already have certain niceties, especially security-wise, which is what we all want at the end of the day. I think I think that makes Ubuntu preferable distribution over Debian. But that's just my own idea. Well, Debian is manual, yes, but it also most people won't be setting stuff like that up. Let's be honest. They won't be spending hours and hours and hours a day going and fixing going to set up their security policies and everything like that. It's far easier to just install Ubuntu or don't do anything at all. Well, ironically, I have far worse stability with Debian or far worse running experience, like drivers not working. Actually, ironically, the only Debian-based thing that I actually like running, the Proxmox virtualization environment, runs Ubuntu kernel on top of Debian. So yeah, okay, yep, we have a problem. Why? Ay, ay. Again, one of those. I think I don't know how to fix this right now. I would have to look it up. I might have written somewhere where how I fixed it, but I just don't remember right now. But if nothing else, we set up as build. Well, but reality with my running servers is that I most of the time actually run everything inside some sort of containerization. Most likely, currently, since I'm teaching myself Kubernetes, everything is running Kubernetes. But might change that when I want to learn something else. So let's check another one that has a problem. For example, let's not deal with that. Mate applets, I believe, and Marco. Now that could be a challenge. I have no idea what could be wrong with Marco. Let's see. Okay, that's fun. Not gonna play with that right now. Let's see if Mate applets has any better luck. Yeah, now this will be easy to fix. Now this is the bug report or built for Meta applets, and look, it has a package missing. Let's find out what this package is inside the where we need to find it. So we're gonna go to packages.ubuntu.com, which is the equivalent of Debian packages.net or .org, whatever it is, something like that. Or what it is. Yeah, packages.debian.org. This is the Ubuntu variation. Now we're gonna be running what we copied, and we have nothing. Great. Which means we need to search package contents, and we also get nothing. Now this is a problem. libgenl 3.0. Okay, so let's try 3 with package name. And here we go. libnl genl 3deo. This is what we want. So here we go. So what we need to do is first, of course, we're gonna be pulling it down from the server. So meta applets here. We're gonna be git cloning it here. cd meta applets, git clone, and the second one we need is the Debian's main repositories for this stuff on their own GitLab server. Uh, I used to run stuff on bare metal, but nowadays I just think that it's far better to run them in containerization, in containerized environments, and it makes certain things much easier to deal with. Like just setting things up is in some ways quite easier. For example, setting up Nextcloud was just making a file and running it in a command. See ya, Joshua. Before you go, make sure to press the like button if you haven't already. Now, we're gonna go Mate applets, Debian, and we're gonna copy it here. Why did it go there? cp-rf. Now we're gonna remove Mate applets directory. Run it for it. Go code Debian source format and change this to native. Now all we need to do is run the correct commands. So mt package dash. Let me check. I have it somewhere. What I need to run. Um, hmm, this is weird. I do not really want to show the whole history, but it's not in my history for some reason. That's strange. So let me find the command I actually need to run. Let's just jump to the horrible screen and horrible chat where names can't be seen because I made a boo-boo. The command I need is this. And I need to add these two things side by side it. Yay. Found the command. Good job me. Transition back. Now we're gonna be running this command. Oh, sudo apt install what I need to install. Let's see. This. But even some stuff I don't need to install there because I already have it installed, but let's go. CDBS. Okay, now we have that. Now, where does this go? Now I have an S built somewhere. There, okay. As built. And all we need to do is mate applets underscore 1.24.1.dsc. And now it builds. It is installing stuff in the environment now. Now it's gonna be building. Okay, and it fails. Why? Well, that's because next package that is missing. Unset dependency lib CPU power dash dev. Of course, we also did forget something. We never actually defined what we needed here. So this, uh, yeah, like that. We're gonna go and paste this, and here we can get the other one. libnl GNL3 Deo. And this, and I can go rerun this command. Okay, I've messed something up. Go. Now we go back. We check it out. Okay. And just again set it to as build. This time let's hope it works. Unset. Okay, so something is wrong with lib CPU power dash deo. See. Let's see what this has to say. Lib CPU power. Okay, together lib CPU power. Okay. There is no such thing as lib CPU power dash deo. Okay. What does that tell me? That something is wrong. Let's go. First, let's remove this and see if we have somewhere else lib CPU power. Lib U power. glibdeo. Let's see. Why exactly doesn't it like? Okay. Yeah, okay, this says like this. Let's try without it. Let's try without lib CPU power. Maybe I should enable autosave, which is for some reason disabled. Let's enable it. Toggle autosave. Nice. Now If we go back and rerun, hmm. Now this is weird because it shouldn't depend on that anymore. Okay, I know why, because I forgot to remove second instance of it. Good job me. I am gonna take a bit of a stand up or just I stood up for a second to get myself back, in proper shape. Because sitting isn't actually good. I wish I had a standing desk. Because then I could stand up and do this sit, do this sitting down, standing up, and mix it up a bit during the stream and so on. But sadly, I can't. Probably gonna be one of the ergonomic purchases later on for myself. Like a better chair, for example, is another one, probably even more of a priority. Okay, it's doing a lot of work, so I guess now it's running correctly. Look at that number of packages. I'm gonna open a new file and see if I can get a number of spaces. Spaces, and let's switch it up with one space and clean this one up. Okay, yeah. Now let's see how many spaces we have. The number of spaces is 389. So there is about 400 packages there to install. Holy wow. How many dependencies do these files need? Does one package actually need to get running? And it has attempted build but not succeeded. So, okay, yeah. Okay, this is something that will get fixed up later on with when we will be doing the what is it called, upload to Launchpad, which I'll be doing myself after stream probably. So I think this is now working. This is what I expected for it to be. Because let's see if libmate panel applet is installed and working on Launchpad. Not this one. Yeah, here. If it works on Launchpad, what did you say? Libmate panels that be under mate panel, right? Yeah, libmate panel applet 4. Yeah, and it built successfully, so it will prop it up nicely, but it has a version, the incorrect version, so that will be a problem, but that I'm going to fix in seconds inside a GitHub action, which is where I need to fix it. Here I need to change the version string here to 2. So actually could do this with a script in about a minute, probably, or with a proper program. I might actually make an automation program to do this stuff, you know, because who likes to use bash and all the crap around that. So I guess Mate applet is currently tentatively set as working. Let's check the next one. Okay, next one after Mate applets would be Mate calc, and that, my guess, has the same problem. Dependencies. Okay, attempted, so nope, not dependencies, or yes. Is it dependencies? Yep. No package MPFR found. No package MPFR found. MPFR. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Package names. Lib MPFR. Deo, I guess, is the what we want. So Mate calc. I'm gonna get the proper everything properly pre-prepared. Here. Workflows. Mate calc. CD Mate calc. The second one we need to pull is this one. CD, so rm cp-r matecalc slash debian into dot rm-r matecalc. Yes, yes, yeah, okay, there. Code debian source format. And of course here I need to change to native. And now I'm gonna go and I'm going to go code debian control. Okay, and we go here. So as we remember, it said mpfr is required. So what we can find lib mpfr-dev, and I believe this is the one we require. So this is all we need. Now just go the package, mate calc underscore 121.dsc and build. This will be another one of the builds, and when it finishes, we will be done with this one, I guess. Okay, again, a bunch of packages. It is getting me some 334 packages. That is actually quite a lot. Yeah. Now it's again installing packages. This is the boring part of making packages. It's waiting for package to compile, because it has to install every dependency, especially if you're running it inside a share root or container or something like that, where it is one time throw off environment. Basically, you make it once and then throw it away. But I guess sometimes this kind of wait is actually necessary for it to actually properly build and to know if there are any problems. We're running in setting up phase. And crash. Why crash? Or not successful build. May I guess I forgot something? Uh, output variables. Here we go. Let's see, maybe down. Hmm. Error configure. Error on configure. Hmm. Error couldn't find required development libraries for MPC. Okay. MPC dev, my guess. MPC. libmpc3. libmpc-dev. I guess this may be it. And rebuild. At least it's not like Joshua, who is rebuilding Chromium. It is just Mate calculator, so it's simple application to build. Throw it into as build environment. It will take again a bunch of minutes and actually even more packages to install because leap MPC and it will require some dependencies. Let's see how many. One more package for it to be installed. Okay, so after we finish Mate Calc, we'll probably finish the stream since we're at it for an hour and a half, and well, we did do quite a bit of work. We set up an as-built environment, which is actually in what it's building, and we did go through Mate applets and set up a few more packages which I did not yet fix, like for example in Grandpa. Now that will require a bit more thought, so I'll probably do that off camera because I have no idea what's wrong. Okay, let's wait for this one to finish. It's still unpacking and selecting. This could take a while. Now it's setting up. And if something is wrong, then it's gonna take another 5 minutes to build. It's gonna be amazing. And this is what is the basically a life of a standard packager. Come on. Go through successfully. And yes, it's building. But it doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. It is doing tests right now, I believe. XML linting. And installation to a proper location, I guess. Another set of packages to be installed for some reason. My guess for setup for second set of compilations, or maybe for testing purposes. Who knows? Now it's running Lintian, the Debian linting utility. And successful. There is some warning by Lintian, but we got a file. How I know? Because here it is. And here's another one. Let's go back and see what those warnings. Bad distribution in changes file. Herzog AMD64. Okay. Duplicate glowing patterns and malformed Debian changelog. Okay. Yeah. And there's some warnings. Change the distribution does not match change file. Change file and stable isn't equal. Herzog, yes I know. This is all gonna be fixed. Debian watch file in native package. Yeah, I know. distribution changes. Okay, so started Lintian checks for you. And now if we actually try and install sudo apt install mate calc, of course it's gonna do dot slash mate calc. Score this. It should probably prompt me to okay. And dot slash mate calc underscore mate calc common. There. It will install, and if we run mate calc, there it is, the mate calculator 125.1, the exactly what we were using, we're compiling the 125.1 version of it using GNU MPFR and GNU MPC. Yep, that's it. So I guess at this point, this is it for today. Next week we'll probably do the same thing all over again for next packages, but I'll be a bit more prepared, especially with fixing this horrible chat and have all the packages already on the system set up for my use. Now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and if you're watching this later on, comment down below. And if you're subscribed, don't forget to ring the notification bell because, well, otherwise you won't be notified if I go live or upload a video. Thank you guys. Again, thank you guys. Goodbye.